Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 12 of Caveopolis, a Modpack by benbenlaw. Well, in the last episode, we got our AE2 system and we started with auto crafting. Then in the time lapse, I rearranged things a little bit. So moved the ME system here, connected it from the back, so just want to show you one quick trick. This was already connected from here and from the bottom, so I didn't have any real access to it easily. So if you can see back there, I made a drawer controller slave and I used that to connect it. Oh yes, and by the way, I put the ender chest here to import these bedrock fragment directly in. Then I passed cables, you can see through it, which I really love the idea, that I have a 32-bit cable, 32 channel cable with 8s going all around, and I can see this one's pretty busy, this one's almost nothing used. And on top here I have an 8 that's fully used because it's connected to the two screens, to the and to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 molecular assembler. So I have a lot of spaces for patterns. Yes, perfect. If I come over here, I have 13 patterns, so I think we'll be able to continue. I also moved these machine one row down, and as you can see on top of them, I've put pattern providers, okay? So basically, I export everything from the back and bring it to this chest with an importer. So that's one channel, and that lets me put 7 machines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I have space for a 7th. I also made some more inscribers right here that are powered, and basically whenever I want some printed something, I just come over here, throw all of those here, and just let them process and do their things. We'll see what we need later. So today, time to start combining everything. So if we come to the everything combiners, which we crafted right here, it's time to start prepping stuff for it. I want to start with the Ingots of Ingots. Sorry. Oh my god, stupid sound mixer. This is probably the bane of my existence. I think that every time there's an update, the sound mixing setups are changed. Anyway, so time's to get to Ingots of Ingots. I want to do that because we need a lot of metals, and we're basically going to need to automate all of these metals. So uranium, we've got, well, it's not automated per se, but we've got, yes, it is automated. Soul steel is not automated. Netherite is definitely not automated. So we're just going to have to look at these and maybe start by the lowest one. So let's start with bronze. Bronze. So if you remember, we've been making bronze with the induction smelter. No, we've been doing bronze. How did we start making bronze at this game? Man, that was a long time ago. I think we were making bronze blend. Yeah, we were making bronze blend with these dust, and these dust we were getting from eroding and whatnot. But this is not the way to go. So let's go back to the bronze ingot. We have simpler recipes right now. So we can still make the bronze blend, which I'm not interested in making, or we could infuse tin on some copper ingots. So it would be 1 tin, I don't know how much it's 10 to 3. So it would be 1 tin, but see, you can't use a tin dust. A tin ingot. So that's not necessarily the best recipe for that. Let's see if there's something easier. Yes, there is. The induction smelter. So the induction smelter will let you do it with 3 copper and 1 tin. So what I'm going to do is right here, I have an induction smelter. So we're going to make that pattern. So we're going to go bronze ingot, and we're just going to select the proper recipe. Oh, like so. So now if I come in here and I look at this pattern provider and I put bronze ingot and I come back over here, I have 51 bronze ingot, but if I say 110, it's going to craft 12 with 9 copper and 3 tin. So let's click that and start it. And you can see that everything was brought. So to be able to configure that, the pattern provider needs to be on top, well, not on top, it needs to be on the input part of the machine. So it's on the input part, and then my output is to the back, which gets extracted and put into this chest and then imported back into our system. So bronze is automated. Let's show that back in here. So let's go with the next one. You know what? We're going to favorite it. Perfect. So let's go with Invar. It's another simple one. So it's basically 2 iron and a nickel. So Invar, let's just go right here. Invar is 2 iron and a nickel, like so. Let's go and put it in here. And as I'm creating them, I'm for sure going to test them just to make sure that oh God, I have a lot of Invar. Still going to make some just to test. I'm going to make one. I'm going to come right here and look at it. And yes, it's working. So we can throw all of that back in here. Now let's go to the next one. You know what? Let's try and keep them in an order now. Like it's going to become more complicated. We have nickel. We have mixed stone. So let's do aluminum ingot. That one is a bit more complicated. Well, it's not that complicated, to be honest. So let's just wait to get the right recipe. Basically, we want the one that's all ingots. Oh, this one. Perfect. So what I was doing is I'm waiting, and when I see the right recipe, I press Shift on my keyboard, and Shift stops the scrolling of the different resources. So we're good to go. Okay, so aluminum ingot. Let's come over here. Do we have aluminum? No, we don't. So let's start 10. Start. And if I come here, yeah, they're producing. So while we're waiting for this, let's make the next one. So we have mixed stone ingots. Next one is signalum, which is going to be the same thing. Oh, right recipe on the first try. That's a bit lucky, but I'm not going to complain. So let's go right over here and put that. And I did start a lot of this. By the way, I can make those machines faster. I don't want to do that because it's too long to make. Anyway, let's just leave it at that for now and let's continue. So now that this is done, we have signalum. We need to test said signalum. Signalum. Oh, signalum. So let's just make one craft because I don't want to wait for it forever. And we've got our aluminum and signalum started. Perfect. So we can come back here. What's the next one? The next one is refined obsidian. Okay, so this one's a bit more complicated. We're going to skip that one for now. Electrum ingot, same thing. Induction smelter, waiting for the right recipe. Nope. Nope. Yep, perfect. So this is for electrum. Let's just put it in here. And let's come back. We might need to make a second machine now that I'm thinking about it. Ooh, we have a lot of those. We're still going to make one recipe because, like I said, I don't want to discover afterward that it's not working. So we're definitely going to need to accelerate this machine. So electrum's done. Then we need Constantin. Constantin is also an easy one, just waiting for the right recipe. And voila. So that's nickel and copper. So let's come over here. Only 3 spots left, so hopefully the other ones are going to use other machine. Let's go back here, Constantin. Yeah, we have a lot of that. Let's just take it all out, make one recipe. Go look. Yes, it's producing. Yes, we've got, let's go. Yes, we do. So push that back in. Next one is going to be, okay, so we've done everything here except the refined obsidian. We've got osmium, we've got lead, oh, rose gold. We don't have rose gold. Another simple one, it's copper and gold. So let's do this and let's push that in here and let's ask for some rose gold. 1 to be exact, which is going to give me 2, I think, because the recipe's only made in bunch of 2. We're going to wait for it to produce. Yeah, done. Next one, steel. Okay, so steel is automated. And what I mean by steel is automated is that it's constantly being produced. It's not something that I'm putting through a machine. It's something that downstairs I have a constant stream flowing. So I'm going to call that one automated. We need Enderium. So this one, okay, our first 2-step recipe. Let's just wait a little bit. Well, 3-step recipe. Nope, 2-step. Perfect. Okay, so we need 2 ender pearl, 3 lead, but we need diamond dust. So if I come over here and put that in here, it's not going to work because I need diamond dust. Do I have a crusher? So I have a crusher here, and if I grab a diamond, and I'm going to grab 2 ender pearl. Well, the ender pearls are not in here, so yeah. 2 ender pearl and 3 lead, I believe. I'm pretty sure it was 3 lead. Or it's either 3 lead or 3 silvers. So I'm going to put the diamond in here. And that gives me a diamond dust. Perfect. And yeah, that's the right recipe. So now we're going to come over here and we're going to search for diamond dust. This one, which is made with the, yeah. And this one, we're going to put into the crusher, well, the basic crushing factory right here. So now we're going to come back here and search for Enderium. Oh, we have 10 of those. Okay, so we're going to say Enderium. I want to craft 20. Cancel. I want to craft 21. And the reason we're doing 21 is that it's going to crush 1 diamond into a dust, and it's going to do all of the rest. If I come back here, it inserted everything that it could find. So it's basically just doing its thing, and you can only see 16 ender pearl because that's the maximum a stack can fit, but it's just going to continue pushing the rest in without an issue. So let's just, yeah, see, it's back to 16 again. And right here in the crusher, I don't know where there's only 8 diamond dust though. 1 didn't disappear, so probably it's still in the pattern loader or something. There's like a memory bank somewhere. Like they stay in here in this machine. Like see, there's 6 available because it's waiting to push them. 1 available waiting to push them. So I guess the diamond dust could only stack in stacks of 8, which is very bizarre, but okay, maybe. Well, this is just going to slowly do its thing. And we're going to wait for the last set to be pushed. Okay, because now if I do this, because I inserted them in the system, this machine is going to continue doing it. But what this does is that it tracks how many come in. So if you take them out and push them back in, it's as if they were crafted. So at least I've cleared my memory to be able to do the next craft. So we have that. Now we need netherite ingot. So netherite ingot, that I am not sure. Is it doable in 1 step? Yes, with this one. So I'm going to grab this one, and I'm going to use my last spot. So I'm not going to finish this recipe. I'm just going to grab all of this and throw them in here because I want to test the netherite. So netherite. So let's make 1 craft. And voila. So that's done. Perfect. And if we go back here. Okay, so I can already tell you that netherite is going to be a really big problem. And the reason it's going to be a really big problem is that it needs 4 netherite scraps. And the netherite scraps we get from, what is it again? From Yeah, from smelting ancient debris, which require 8 fragments. It's like, that's going to be one of our bottleneck for sure. Not happy about this. Okay, so now we need soul steel. Now, soul steel is a problem. Soul steel can only be made through the soul forge. So we're going to come back to that in a moment. And uranium, we already have automated. Sorry, then the last one we need is the refined glowstone. So both the refined glowstone and the, what's it called? The other one right here, the refined obsidian are made in the osmium compressor with osmium. So where's my did I ever make an osmium compressor? I think I did not. So let's see if we can craft that. So right here, we need an osmium compressor, which is crafted like so. Need to make 2 of those. 1, 2. Let's Let's go back to the Osmium Compressor. We need a steel casing, which we can easily make. I'm kind of surprised and happy about that. And then we can make this machine. So now we have an Osmium Compressor, and that's basically going to be our 7th machine right here. And now we need to do 2 things. So if you look at this machine, it can only do 1 item, right? But that being said, this is... I'm not going to be able to do what I wanted. Okay, I'm going to arrange that later. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing instead. So right here, I'm going to say that to make refined glowstone, we need glowstone, but I'm going to remove the osmium. I'm going to say we need a glowstone to make a refined glowstone. And I'm going to say that we need a refined obsidian dust. Yeah, that is complicated. So we need a refined obsidian dust to make this. Now we're going to ask for some patterns. We're going to need more patterns, so let's ask for 20 more. This should go fairly quickly. Okay, so in this machine, I'm going, I need a pattern provider right here. ME pattern provider and cable. So like with every other machine, put that on top, put that right there. Then we need to configure it to receive input from the top, output from the back, and energy from the bottom. Then we're going to need to pipe wrench this so that it can extract. And we're going to put these 2 in here. So now to give you an example of how that works, I'm going to grab 2 osmium. With right here, 1 and 2, and we're going to pre-put them in the machine. Okay, and then we're going to come right here and we're going to search for refined, and we're going to start one of these. Oh, it's still crafting pattern. Well, so I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. What am I waiting on? I'm crafting this, but there has to be a problem because this should not be taking this long. I don't even know where it's doing the craft right now. Just going to search. So it should craft here. 5 searches quartz dust with 4 glass. Okay, so let me search for pattern again. If I say pattern, these are the patterns that we make, which uses a Certus quartz, which is okay, and quartz glasses like this, and these are crafted. Okay, so that's probably what's missing. Where am I crafting these? Oh no, these are finished. Okay, I don't know what happened. Let's cancel this and let's try it again. See, I have to craft 5 Certus quartz dust. Why did these not craft? If I do this and I look at this, it's crafting 3, 2, 1, and then... So the crafting of the dust is working. It's something else that's not working. So let's cancel that. Let's do that again. 12 available, 11 available, 12 to craft. Next. Huh. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's the quartz glass that's not crafting. So let's try that. Quartz glass. 1. Haha, that's the one that's not crafting. Why is it not crafting? Do I have access from glass here? Yes, I do. Where's the pattern for that? It's right here. Using substitution, new. Okay. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to cancel this. Let's just do that recipe again. Quartz glass. No, that's the vibrant, so that one. So here, I don't like that it's multiple different type of glass. I don't want these glass. Oh, Certus quartz dust. Certus quartz dust. Those are the right one. And if I look at glass, that's the glass I want to use. I don't want to use the dark glass because that's more complicated to make. So let's just go over here, put you here, and let's try that again. Wow. It really doesn't want to go. Okay, so we're going to try one last thing, which will make me sad if that's the case, which I don't know why. You know what? Let's try width substitution. Put that in here, and let's say, now, can you make one? Last thing I'm going to try. Last thing I'm going to try is doing it with the dark glass instead of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If that's the case, I'm not going to like this recipe, and I'm probably going to pre-craft by hand because that's not a good recipe to use. Well, I found an uncraftable recipe. Or there's something I do not understand. So let's cancel that. And let's just go quartz glass, like this, and let's put some in here. And now if I ask for patterns, will I be able to make my 20 patterns now? It still needs to craft 4 quartz. Oh, darn it. Now will it make my patterns? Well, something's broken with this recipe. Don't know what it is, and honestly, at this point, I don't care. Let's just make some patterns. No idea what's going on. Unless it was because it was in this one, but no, I should, okay, let's see. Can I make some buckets? Buckets. Let's make 2 buckets. Haha. Nothing is, no, I still have space. So nothing is crafting anymore. Ooh. Oh. Please don't laugh at me. Please don't laugh at me. I'm going to show you exactly what I screwed up. I need some quartz fiber. Quartz fiber, like so. And then I'm going to put a little piece of quartz fiber right here. And then I'm going to take a cable that I'm going to put right here and here. And see, all of those light up. Yeah, that was my mistake. So I can undo this, and you can see the bucket's completed. I feel so dumb. Well, at least we found the issue. So now I can remove the tinted glass like this, and I can replace it with normal glass like so. And I'm really low on glass. I'm probably going to need to make some more glass. And I'm going to come back here and put this. I completely forgot that I not connected power to them. And I'm kind of surprised that I figured it out. I thought I was going to be searching for that bug for a long while. So now, yep. Everything's good and dandy. It produced my patterns, which I can put in here now. Okay, so back to the refined. We should have made our refined glowstone. Refined. Oh. Did I not? going to grab a stack from here and put a stack in here. And this should make my refined. So I don't know where my other refined glowstone went though. So now I do have refined glowstone. Don't know what happened the other time. While we're waiting for this, we need to look at the refined obsidian. So refined obsidian means refined obsidian dust. But refined obsidian dust is made in a metallurgical infuser with 1 obsidian shard and 1 diamond, or infused diamond, okay? So this is super important. Let's first grab some diamonds. So I'm gonna grab 2 diamonds. Oh, I said 2. Well, 3. Yeah. A shard. And I'm going to come right here and I'm going to infuse a diamond. No, enrich a diamond, sorry. Yeah, I grabbed it. So this 1 diamond is now 8. It's like multiplied by 8. If I press R on this, this is going to give me 80 diamond, but 1 dust would give me only 10. So this is super important. So first I'm going to come here and I'm going to do this. And I'm going to put this pattern in here. Yeah, enriching factory. So I'm going to put this pattern in here. Then I'm going to go with, if I go down to the refined obsidian, I need obsidian shards. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a processing pattern. So I need to make, you know what? Let's grab some shards. How do I only, oh, let me just, one moment. How do I only have 3 obsidian shards? Okay, so there must be somewhere else that I'm not aware of. So let's just grab like this. So if I come in the infusing factory, I put 1 of this and 8 of these, it's going to grab 8, like it's going to produce all 8 into these. Oh, I didn't grab any. So I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to say obsidian dust right here. And I'm going to make a special recipe where I'm going to say this is this, and I need to enrich and an enriched diamond and an enriched diamond. And oh, this. Okay, what I'm doing, see there's 6. If I take 2 and I shift click on it, I augment the number by 8. So what I'm saying is that 1 enriched diamond and 8 obsidian shard is going to give me 8 refined obsidian. So now I can come back to this infusing factory, put that into here. And when I say that I want some refined, where did the other one go? Okay, this is the second time that I lose resources. So 8 and 1 is going to give me 8. I don't know what I did with the others. So let's come over here. That's not ready. That's not ready. Are you doing something? Refined obsidian dust. Refined obsidian dust, 1 enriched diamond, and 8 obsidian shard. Hello. Ah, okay. Same problem as with this machine. I know what happened. Diamond. Okay, so let me just. This right here. It needs an input side, and I cannot configure something to receive. Like this one is input dark, output blue, input, output, purple front. I don't think that I have, so output blue, input output, so it can put in and take out energy, extra yellow top. So now that I have the extra yellow on top, it would be able to push it, but not the other thing. So it's another one of these machines that unfortunately needs a double input system. Oh, that is super annoying. Let me just come right here and grab a diamond. So what I'm going to have to do is, where did I get these? Ooh, I know what happened to my resource. Okay, so if I take one of these and I put it in here, it became an enriched obsidian, which is not what I wanted. So here's what happened. This machine, the basic infusing factory, just pushed on. Wait. Let me just check. That's with an Osmium Compressor. Yeah. So this, if I put with diamond in a metallurgical infuser, well, so let's just top. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I don't want anything, any of these machines to side input anything. That's probably what's happening. There's probably some sort of configuration that's letting these machines send stuff to each other. Okay, so now let's try again. So if I go like this, no, not this one. If I go like this and like this, this should now give me my riffin. You know what? I'm going to push these two in here just because I don't want to have an uneven number. And if I come in here and say enriched, now, no, refined obsidian. Let's just search obsidian. So now I have 6. I'm going to get my last 2. Perfect. So now if I say this and I say that I want 8, I do have my 8. So it's going to send them to this machine, and basically that's the problem. This basic infusing factory here, I'm going to need to change where it's placed. So basically what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put a ME pattern provider that goes to a chest, and then the chest is going to push one. So just like right here, so I would push to a chest everything that I need, and then it would send one from one side and one to the other side. Unfortunately, it cannot be placed there. It'll need to be at the end. And you know what? Probably what I could do is do both machines at the same time, because these will never accept the same thing. Oh, that is so cheating. Cheating, but it works. Okay, give me a moment. I'm just going to let that complete. So let's just grab all of the patterns in, well, all of the patterns, the one pattern from this, and grab this, and let's grab this machine. Great. Now we're just going to wait for this one to be finished. What is this one about? Yeah, let's just grab this pattern. Also, we're going to move that one. Where did it go? Let's go see downstairs, because I am not losing an ME pattern provider. These things are a bit too expensive to make. So let's go downstairs. And it has to be around here somewhere. Oh, I am not happy about this. Did I really lose an ME pattern provider? I don't know what happened. Okay, so this is going to be super annoying. It should have gone right into my hand. Can I not find it anywhere? Like, it's not like there's anything around here that can catch it. That's what I don't understand. Oh, now I have it. This is crazy. So let's just put that right here like this. No. put it like this. And we're going to need to remove you, which flew off somewhere, I'm sure. So let's put that back on. Let's put that in here, and let's put the, this pattern here. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with this machine. Grab these two patterns, grab the network tool, and let's grab this machine, which means this diamond pickaxe. Okay, so this is good. Now, how do we make this make sense? Okay, so we're going to need two machines. We're going to need the Osmium Compressor. I'm going to put the Osmium Compressor right here. I'm going to break this down and put a power cable right here. And I'm going to put the basic infusing factory. Okay, and this one's going to say yellow on the left. And this one's going to say, nope. Okay, so I'm going to say yellow on the right. Perfect. I'm going to take that machine out, and I'm going to put that machine right here. Perfect. And this one I'm going to say yellow on the left. Perfect. Then we're going to have I'm going to need a chest. And I'm going to need some item cables. So one like this, up to the chest, up to the chest, up to the chest. This is going to be annoying. So if I put the chest right here, that's 3 sides, and now the very annoying 4th side. Oof, this is so disgusting. Okay, now let's separate them. So this is taking from the top. This is taking from the side. This is taking from the bottom. And this one's going to be taking from this side. Great. Okay. Now, we need to put the pattern interface in the back, like so. And we need to connect it with a cable. This is really ugly, but I'm kind of happy that I made some more space, or else that would have been a problem. This is connected, and then I can put all of these patterns here. Great. So now let's go back here because I need some upgrades. So if I come here and I search for upgrades, I can make this one. So I'm going to need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to need 4 of these. And I'm going to need 4 of these, which are expensive, but I don't, well, I have a choice, but I feel like I don't really have a choice. So what I'm going to do is insert, 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 and I'm going to have to redo my patterns. So I'm going to have to redo these 2 patterns, and I'm going to show you why in a moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that I want to make the refined stuff. For this refined one, I'm going to wait. Oh, this one. So I'm going to go right here and grab an obsidian and come back right here. And I'm going to say, I need a dust and an obsidian to make this. And then I'm going to make the second pattern, which is going to be glowstone. So glowstone, and this is going to make this refined glowstone. Perfect. So now we should be good. So if I come back right here and I put those patterns back in here, I'll be able to now automate this. So I need 1 glowstone. One glowstone, 1 osmium. I need 1 refined. So let's make 1 of those, which is going to make 8. Oh, that's the thing that I'm trying to make. Okay, so let's come back right here. So diamond, I'm going to need one of these. Start. Perfect. And I'm going to need one of these. Okay, so we were saying, first this machine. Nope, first, let's grab these. First this machine. So this machine is where we make our refined obsidian. So in the top is the red input. Perfect. So in the top is where we only permit shards. In the side is where we only permit enriched diamond. This one in the top is where we only, nope, is where we permit glowstone or refined obsidian dust. And in the side is where we permit the osmium ingot. So let's put all of that back here. And if I come here and I say refined, and I grab these 8 and I say, let's make 8 of those. And oh, okay, cancel. So I'm going to change that recipe, and I'm going to change that recipe to make it always produce 8 at the same time. Because, oh, does it matter? I'm going to test it. I don't think that it matters, and I'm going to explain why in a moment. So if I say 1, it's going to grab one of those that's made. So now it pushed 1 osmium ingot, 1 refined obsidian, and both of them gets transformed into a refined obsidian ingot. Now I'm going to need some item pipe to get those out. So let's just reconnect this right here. Be careful to disconnect this. Extract and extract, which means now this is out and this is now working. Great. So now if I come back here and I say, I want 7 of those, this should work. Now, I think I have a problem because I think it's more than 1 obsidian ingot. I think that we're not going to have enough osmium ingot because I think that it produces. So what's the recipe? The recipe says that to make a refined, we need 200 millibucket. And no, it's exactly 1. So there's no reason this shouldn't work. What we're going to do is prepare 1 extra one just in case. And because see, when it finished, it had to use a little bit of the next one. So I might always keep like 1 or 2 extra osmium ingot in there. Worst case scenario, they'll stay in the chest, so it's not going to be that much of a problem. So let's just wait for that to complete. Come on. So while we're waiting for the, oh no, I was going to say, let's start the next recipe. Okay, so the reason this is slow, let's come right here. Can we craft an installer? Let's make an installer. So you didn't see that. I did that in my time lapse. So an installer is something you can put in a machine to now make it a triple spot machine. So see now the osmium is here and this is how it's going. So now if I come back over here and I say glowstone, refined, sorry, glowstone, and I grab this and I say, give me 10 of those. And I come back here. See, my 10 glowstones are at the top and they're being compressed with the osmium into the refined glowstone. And like I said, I'm not going to take any chance. I'm going to overfill it just to make sure that I always have a bit too much. Like I said, worst case scenario, we'll have 10 or 15 ingots stuck in here. Not the end of the world at all. Perfect. So those are done. And what were we missing for the ingots of ingots? Soul steel. Okay, so soul steel is processing through a soul forge. So let's just do that. So if I go Soul steel. It's basically this. Now I'm going to have a channel problem. So the idea would be that I would put, can I put it, you know what? I'm going to, nope, I'm going to try to do it like this. If I do this and I grab, you know what? I'm going to go from the back because I don't want to see it. So if I do this from the back, we'll see if that works. So like this, like this. Oh, and let's go downstairs, see if we can connect to something else. That cable is kind of cheap, so that cable's kind of cheap, so I don't mind, well, kind of cheap. It's cheaper than the alternatives, so I'm going to use more of those. Yeah, see, I can use this one right here. So I'm going to go like this. Don't fall in the portal. Perfect. Okay, so we were able to connect that. I need to put the soul steel in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm always going to import. Oh, I hope this works. If this works, it's going to be epic. And oh, I have an import bus on me. That's ideal. So I'll put the import bus. I'll put it here. Like this. Great. So now let's come right here and say this, and let's come back. Oh, I need to eat, sorry. When I start being unable to walk, that's when I know I need to eat a little bit. So let's come back here and say soul steel. So I have 38. I'm going to ask for 20. And let's go and see, did it push those into, it did. And it goes, oh, it's still importing these shards. Okay, so one moment. I'm going to find a spot for these shards. And then it's going to go in there. And it's going to start importing them right here. 17, 16. Haha. Yeah, so that's automated. Which means, oh, this is so perfect. And the reason I say it is so perfect is that right now, which I did not think of, if I come here and I look at shard, I look at these, oh, amethyst shards. These amethyst shards are made like these. So I can encode that pattern. And what was the other thing? Dark glass. Dark glass. Dark glass. Or just tinted. Yeah. The tinted glass right here is, oh, it's crafted like this. Okay. So let's grab all of this. So we're going to put the tinted glass recipe right here. We're going to put the amethyst shard right back here. Is this still processing? Yeah, this is still processing. And okay, I'm not going to test the shard creation because I think that's going to be a problem. Let's come back to shard. Perfect. But if I go back to tinted glass and I say make one of these, it's going to make two, and voila. Okay, so those two things work. I'm really glad. I didn't think I was going to be able to automate the Soul Forge, so I'm really excited about that. Great. So now we've automated the Ingot of Ingot. Not really. So that's the problem. I did it too quick. It needs 18 different items. So when I shift click this in, it only provides. What? I didn't know it did that. Yes. Okay, we absolutely gotta try this. Let's go like this, pattern provider, like this and that. Let's put this one right here. I didn't know that you could do both. I'm really surprised, but I'm in love. I didn't know that you could put more than 9. I thought that I was going to be limited by the 9 items only. I do know it's not going to automate itself though, unfortunately. Okay, so let's come back here and I'll show you why in a moment. So if I come here and I say ingot of ingot, and where is it? I don't know how I put it wrong in it, but okay. So ingot of ingot right here. It says that to craft 1, see, it's going to need to craft 2 netherite, 2 rose gold, and everything else it has. So let's start that. So if I'm looking at it, it's making the 2 netherite or the 2 rose gold. Don't know which one. Ah. Oh, that is a problem. So I'm going to have to separate those recipes. This is not ideal, but let's come here and it works. You can automate it. So as long as I separate the rose gold, see, I know what the problem is going to be. The problem is going to be, this is a 2-item recipe and I cannot block one of these port. So for every 2-item recipe in here, it's going to want to push more at the same time. And now it's going to give us our first ingot of ingot. I can push back in and teach the system. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that because anyway, I'm going to show you that there was a problem that I knew I was going to have. Okay, so I wasn't fully honest. I know that I'm going to have a problem with electrum. Nope, I have a lot of electrum. Rose gold. I don't have any rose gold. So let's go to rose gold. Okay, if I say that I want 100 of this, if I say that I want 200 of this, see, it's going to need 100 copper and 100 gold. So if I press start and I go here, it's going to fill it up. I thought it was going to put the remaining in here and block it. So it's only when it's trying to do 2 metal at a time that it's screwing things up. So it still means that every 2-item recipe is going to have to be in its own machine. So I'm going to need 1 machine. That's okay. Oh, it's going to, no, perfect. So that's going to be okay. So 1 machine, 2 machine, 3 machine, 4 machine. That's okay. That's okay. 5 machine, 6 machine. So I'm going to have to do that in a time lapse, but I'm probably going to need 6 induction smelter. So I'm going to cancel that. And I'm just going to let that finish producing the rose gold. Whew. How long is this episode? About an hour. Let's just take a quick look. Dragon core. Yeah, that means I'm going to have to automate the dragon head and the dragon's breath. And the dragon's head means I need the wither. So we'll do that in another episode. The colored crystal. Okay, so the colored crystal, we're going to prep the colored crystal for the next episode. Okay, I'm going to explain why. I'm going to go in a time lapse right now. And in that time lapse, I'm going to set up 16 igneous extruder. Yes, 16. 1 for each color. And I'm going to send those to drawers that I'm going to connect to this drawer wall, or probably going to make a secondary drawer wall because that's going to be a problem. That being said, let me just do a quick thing. What I want to make are spacesuit upgrade. So great, let's put that in here. That's really what I want to see. If I go to the next item right here, space, we're going to need to make a space core, which means 1 spacesuit upgrade and a space portal frame. Space portal frame is 4. Okay, so we're going to need 10 space portal frames. So that we're going to need 40 and 1 for these. So 44 plus 1, 45. 45, 46, 47, 48, and probably 49. Yes. So if I come here and I say space suit and I say I want 49 of those, it's going to show me, see, right now I'm going to need 98 Dragon Core. I'm going to need 98 Ultimate Shards. I'm going to need 98 Color Crystal, which is all cool. But basically, I'm missing 781 gold. And that's basically just to make the Ingots of Ingots. And I'm also going to be missing 539 netherite scrap. So right now, even if I wanted, I am not ready to be able to make this. Like, I'm missing too much stuff. And that's not even counting the other things that I'm missing. Because if I look at this, I can make this recipe. This one, I can make this recipe. This one, I can also make this recipe. I need to make the withering dust recipe. And anyway, I kind of, you know what? I'm jumping the gun and I'm doing things. We are going to have to figure out every single one of these things one at a time. So I'm just not going to rush it. I just wanted to give you an example of what the problem was going to be. And the ultimate shard, so amethyst is not a problem, bedrock is not a problem. Prismarine and dimensional shards are a problem. Basalt shards, I'm going to have to switch this machine back on to make Basalt's data model and just constantly be making some. So it's going to be a couple of episodes. Like technically it's one long big time lapse if I wanted to, but I want to set up and automate all of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I'm not going to make a time lapse. Yes, I do need to make my 16 extruder. So my next episode is going to be the color crystal and the dragon core. I'm going to do those two at the same time because this basically is making prismarine crystal, which is a super easy recipe. And prismarine shard is going to be another different problem unless I find a better way of doing things. Anyway, we're going to figure it out. So next episode, we're going to do the color crystal and the dragon core. I'm going to make the 16 igneous extruder to get all of these. I think I already made them. If I come here, did I not make my 16 igneous extruder? No, I made one, but I made it a recipe. So can I make 15? I'm missing 5 blocks of bronze. See, no, this is not good because I'm not missing bronze. If I come here and I say bronze, see, got 47 and I can craft bronze. So I'm just going to say that. So, you know, it started. So the bronze is going to be made right here, and as it's being made, I'll get the bronze and I'll start the 15 extruder that I'm missing, and I'll set up for all of the color crystals. For the prismarine crystal, we already have bright shard production. I'm just going to need to connect it. So you know what? This is the back room. We're already making bright shards right here. So we're going to need to connect that drawer with these extruder. We're going to add that to this. What's going to be the problem basically is going to be the prismarine shard. I don't want to make them with the generalized overworld prediction because I don't have enough and that's too expensive. And I don't have, can I make no, so I can't make prismarine in any way. So that's not good. Can make, oh. Okay, so one thing I might do is I need an elder garden. So no, forget that. I have no way of getting an elder garden. So what I might do is get some prismarine and crush them. So go and mine some prismarine. That might be a time-lapse thing. So see, that's a resource that cannot be automated, I feel. That's a bit well, it could be automated with that, but the generalized overworld we're getting from mobs that Guardian. Okay, let me just check one last thing with you guys, just to do a little bit of planning. Elder Guardian, yeah, that's not, I'm not going to do that. So what does the Guardian prediction give me? Oh, it gives me prediction crystal directly. Oh, okay. So next episode is going to be a bit of an adventure because we're going to go see if we can find a Guardian underwater. And you know what? We might be able to, because look at this here. Zombified Piglin, Withers, Ghast, Enderman, Forgotten, Shulker, Endermite, Enderman. Oh, we didn't kill an Endermite? I don't believe that. We're going to have to go and find an Endermite and kill it. So no, there might not be any way of getting Prismarine Shard. We're going to go underwater and take a look for sure, but we might not be able to do what I wanted to do. But I'm going to end this episode here. Put my 16 infused igneous extruder, which I should be able to make right now. Igneous extruder, craft 15. I'm still missing. Let's make these 14. And I'll make the last one after. So I'll at least gonna start getting those color stuff. I'm gonna have a small time lapse to get that. And in the next episode, like I just said, we're going to automate the dragon core and the colored crystal, and the shards is going to have to come later, especially these dimensional chart. Oh god, more prismarine shard and more gold ingot. Remember when I told you that my bottleneck was going to be my gold ingot? Yeah, well, that's exactly what it's going to be. Just 1 second. Raw gold. Raw gold is made from gold fragment, which is produced from the... Okay, so basically the gold and the debris are my two resources that I need the most of, and these are tier 2. So if I come back here, those are my tier 2. No, those are my tier 1. Those are my tier 3. These are my tier 3. These are my tier 2, but they're running out of ore forming water. So you know what? I'm going to have to also take care of that during a time lapse and see. Oh, look at these beautiful little machines. One side is producing buckets. The other side's making these planks, and it's just slowly producing my igneous extruder. So time to stop talking, blah, 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 and go into my time lapse and make the igneous extruders, put them down, maybe take a look at the ore forming water, but I wouldn't bet on that. So we'll see where we go from there. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.
One, two.
Dancing.